1. Rediscovered, the little spotted kiwi returns to New Zealand. 2. Rediscovery of little spotted kiwi, a conservation milestone in New Zealand. 3. Rediscovering the kiwi puku-puku, a conservation triumph. 1. Rediscovered, the little spotted kiwi returns to New Zealand. Imagine the thrill of hearing a sound you thought had vanished forever, a symphony of survival echoing through the wilderness. That's precisely what happened to Ian Graham, a biodiversity ranger, in a secluded part of New Zealand's west coast. In the heart of the wilderness, Graham's trained ears picked up a duet, a male and female little spotted kiwi, a species long believed to be locally extinct. Known affectionately as the kiwi puku-puku, these birds were thought to have disappeared from the mainland decades ago. But here's where it gets controversial. Could this rediscovery change everything we know about kiwi conservation? Let's dive in. Graham, accompanied by his trusty canine companion, Brew, was part of a team tasked with locating both protected species and pests. For days, they combed through the rugged terrain, getting tantalizingly close to the elusive birds but never quite close enough. Their search was sparked by a tip from a hunter who had spotted the little spotted kiwi back in March. On their final night before being flown out, Graham and Brew made their breakthrough. In what Graham described as their absolute last chance, they finally found the female kiwi and collected feathers that confirmed her identity. The rediscovery of the little spotted kiwi, absent from the mainland since 1978, sent shockwaves through the conservation world. These birds, the smallest of the 5 kiwi species, are extremely vulnerable to introduced predators. Until now, it was believed they only survived in fenced, predator-free sites on offshore islands. Despite years of targeted searching, we hadn't found them until now, said Emily King, leader of the Kiwi Recovery Group. It was like finding a needle in a haystack. And this is the part most people miss: the rediscovery of these birds could completely alter our understanding of kiwi habitats and conservation efforts. King's excitement was palpable. Kiwi puku-puku are one of those unique species which make Aotearoa New Zealand so special, she said. I'm not sure how to express how thrilling this rediscovery is for the conservation world. Graham and Brew returned to the area and successfully captured the male kiwi. The Department of Conservation will now work with local tribes to explore protection and management strategies for these birds on the mainland. The kiwi were found in the Adams Wilderness area on New Zealand's west coast, approximately 120 miles west of Christchurch. This rediscovery raises important questions about our conservation efforts and the resilience of these remarkable birds. Could there be more kiwi puku-puku out there waiting to be found? What does this mean for the future of kiwi conservation? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this discovery will change the way we approach wildlife protection? Or do you have a different perspective on the matter? Share your insights and let's spark a conversation. 2. Rediscovery of little spotted kiwi, a conservation milestone in New Zealand. ****, for the first time in half a century, conservationists are buzzing with excitement over the rediscovery of a remarkable bird species in Aotearoa, New Zealand. ***, the little spotted kiwi, also known as kiwi puku-puku, has made its presence known on the mainland after an absence of 50 years. This significant find occurred in the remote Adams Wilderness area on the west coast, where a hunter from the Department of Conservation, DOC, stumbled upon the rare kiwi. This prompted Ian Graham, a dedicated biodiversity ranger with DOC, and his trusty conservation dog Brew, to embark on a mission to track down this elusive bird. The first night I heard them calling, 2 of them harmonizing, I instantly recognized that these sounded different from the kiwi I was familiar with. It was thrilling, but it took several days of careful searching to zero in on their location, Graham shared, reflecting on the challenge of the expedition. The journey, he described, was akin to a wild rollercoaster ride. We navigated through challenging terrain and fickle west coast weather conditions, and I was quickly running out of dry clothes. Brew managed to locate several burrows, but I often found myself just out of reach of spotting the bird. Each near miss was frustrating yet exhilarating, he explained. Finally, on our last night, just before we were scheduled to be flown out, we succeeded in locating the female kiwi. What a relief! Slender feathers were collected from the little spotted kiwi, which confirmed its identity as a Kiwi puku-puku, recognized as the tiniest of kiwi species. Sadly, the Kiwi puku-puku faces significant threats from introduced predators and, until this discovery, it was believed that these birds had only thrived on offshore islands and within predator-free sanctuaries. Current estimates suggest that merely 2,000 of these endangered birds remain, albeit their numbers have slowly begun to rise thanks to dedicated conservation efforts from community organizations, government bodies, and local iwi, DOC noted. The last confirmed sighting of a Kiwi puku-puku on New Zealand's mainland dated back to 1978, marking a stark absence. Emily King, leader of the Kiwi Recovery Group, expressed her exhilaration. These unique creatures are a treasure that underscores the incredible natural heritage of Aotearoa. This rediscovery is a thrilling milestone for the conservation community. Kara Edwards of KTI Makiki Makawio echoed these sentiments, calling the sighting a chance for her hap to reconnect with what many had thought was a lost Dauno treasure. The realization that Kiwi puku-puku have endured all this time within our traditional territory is astounding. We are over the moon and eager to collaborate with DOC to ensure a bright future for these wonderful birds. Following this exciting sighting, Graham and Brew returned to the location and successfully captured a male kiwi. We are currently awaiting genetic testing for confirmation, but preliminary measurements suggest it aligns with the Kiwi puku-puku species, Graham stated. In a recent interview with Midday Report, King referred to the finding as a game-changer. She elaborated that both kiwis have been released back into their natural habitat equipped with transmitters to keep track of their movements. We've deployed acoustic recorders in the bush, essentially large microphones that will capture any calls made over time, King explained optimistically. With this data, we will hopefully confirm the existence of more kiwis, and fingers crossed, there will be more of them. DOC is actively gathering data in partnership with KTI Makiki Makawio to explore future protection and management strategies for these unique birds. 3. Rediscovering the Kiwi puku-puku, a conservation triumph. Imagine the thrill of rediscovering a species thought to be lost forever in the wilds of New Zealand. That's exactly what happened when a Kiwi puku-puku, one of the world's rarest birds, was spotted in the remote Adams Wilderness area on the west coast. But here's where it gets truly remarkable. This rediscovery could rewrite the book on Kiwi conservation efforts. In March 2025, a DOC-contracted tahr hunter stumbled upon the elusive kiwi. Recognizing the significance of the sighting, DOC Biodiversity Ranger Ian Graham and his conservation dog Brew were deployed to pinpoint the bird's location. It was an exhilarating experience, Ian recalls. On our first night, I heard kiwis calling, and they sounded different. It was clear we were dealing with something special. Ian and Brew are part of DOC's Air New Zealand-supported Conservation Dogs program, which trains and supports handler dog teams to detect New Zealand's endangered species and invasive pests. Their mission in the rugged wilderness was both challenging and rewarding. We faced tough terrain and unpredictable weather conditions, but Brew's keen sense of smell led us to several burrows. Each time, we'd be tantalizingly close to the kiwi, only to find ourselves unable to reach it, Ian explains. After days of searching, they finally caught sight of a female Kiwi puku-puku on their last night. Tiny feathers were collected for DNA analysis, confirming their suspicions. Kiwi puku-puku are the smallest kiwi species and are highly susceptible to introduced predators. Until now, it was widely believed that they only existed in predator-free islands and fenced sanctuaries. With an estimated 2,000 individuals left, the population has seen a slight increase due to the tireless efforts of various conservation groups and local communities. For Kara Edwards of KTI Makiki Makawio, this discovery holds immense cultural significance. Learning that Kiwi puku-puku have persisted in our area all along is breathtaking. We are thrilled to collaborate with DOC to ensure their survival for future generations. Emily King, the leader of the Kiwi Recovery Group, describes the find as nothing short of miraculous. The last confirmed sighting of a Kiwi puku-puku on the mainland was in 1978. Despite extensive searches, we never found another until now. This rediscovery is a testament to the resilience of nature and the importance of our conservation efforts. Following the initial discovery, Ian and Brew returned to the area and managed to capture a male Kiwi puku-puku as well. While genetic testing is pending, preliminary measurements suggest it is indeed a Kiwi puku. Our goal is to gather as much information as possible to work alongside KTI Makiki Markawio in developing strategies for protecting and managing these birds, Ian shares. This discovery challenges previous assumptions about the distribution and survival of Kiwi puku. And this is the part most people miss: how a single sighting can ignite hope and inspire new conservation initiatives. What do you think? Could there be more Kiwi puku populations waiting to be discovered in other parts of New Zealand? Share your thoughts.